Hello there. Welcome to the corporate news to watch on Tuesday, July 26th. First is BP, which always performs according to crude prices, which, as we know, for the last 18 months or so have been anything but predictable, but did gain 26% during April to June. BP does expect second quarter 2016 production to be lower than the first quarter, which is due to seasonal turnaround as well as maintenance activity. Virgin Money will publish their sixth-month figures at a time when the bank shares have been battered in the wake of the UK's vote to leave the EU. Now, shares in the mid-cap stock have plunged by more than 35% since that vote. Now, I want to mention that Barclays will also report later on in the week. Other notable UK earnings are due here. We've got the specialist financial there on the top of the list, which will again be addressing the same challenges as the entire financial sector now that we're in this changing period. And nobody's quite sure about how Brexit negotiations will unfold at this stage. Sage Group is also there, which because of its huge overseas exposure, this could work as an advantage as we see the UK economy cool down. However, the company still sources around a third of total revenues from its home territories, but its North American arm, which is growing, should keep it on a stable footing. We've got Man Group there, third on the list. It's down about 30% in the year to date, and the company has underperformed the asset manager sector, which is on average about 10% down. PZ Cussons on the bottom there is another company that can take advantage of being international with exposure in Nigeria, its key market actually, as well as Asia and other parts of the world. Let's have a look at the European earnings list to watch them. So let's talk about the LVMH because it has agreed to sell Donna Karan International to G3 Apparel Group for $650 million. Now, the French luxury goods maker has been unable to make a profit from the brand despite loyal, very famous customers such as Hillary Clinton and Michelle Obama. So that's a big story in today's news. But the biggest earnings are due from the States. So let's have a look at these companies just here. Now, despite really a loss of momentum, we should say, really lately for Apple, it's still the world's most valuable company. Now, Apple will report its third quarter financial results, which are expected to narrowly beat Wall Street expectations after offering a weak forecast for the quarter earlier this year. That's due to continuing struggling sales of the company's flagship smartphones. Now, analysts aren't really yet convinced about whether or not the iPhone 7, which is due in about September time, will give sales the much needed boost that they desire. Now, since the iPhone 6, there's been nothing really to get too excited about or shout about, and it seems like Apple's getting a little bit sour. All right, let's move on and talk about another tech giant. It's Twitter, which will not be periscoping their earnings like they've been doing in recent sessions. Now, Twitter's biggest problem is the amount of users it has. Compared with the likes of Facebook, it's pretty minuscule. The masses still don't use Twitter despite various attempts to simplify the platform. Let's talk about Caterpillar, because recoveries in prices of commodities such as copper have fueled hopes of a turnaround in the mining industry, which is critical to Caterpillar's growth, and it's seen its share price again this year. But the UK is a key manufacturing and export base for Caterpillar with 20 key facilities. So it's perhaps too early to say whether Brexit will be an issue, but it's certainly on the agenda. Now, these companies make up the list of US earnings. We're going to have a look at them there. So we've got McDonald's on the top of the list there. It's still benefiting from the all-day breakfast, which was introduced over in the States last October. Verizon, I want to talk about this one if I may, because it's expected to announce it's buying Yahoo for about $4.8 billion. This follows its purchase of AOL in May last year. Now, it's a move towards online content and using advertising as a way to boost its growth. That's set to be a really big story this week. So that is the US list. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. I want to mention that Jeremy Naylor, he will be here at 7:30 a.m. He's going to take you through the market open so that you're all set for the day. Goodbye.